What's up, YouTube? This is Mathers97, and welcome to the final televised, pay-per-view-advised episode of SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 General Manager Mode. This is episode number 55, and we're here with WrestleMania. That is right. And let's go ahead and take a look at that fan support, because it is anybody's ball game at this point, folks. We are just 70,000 fans away from SmackDown. That is the gap between us and first place. And I think with WrestleMania, if we put on a good enough show, I think we can win the GM of the Year award. But only time will tell if that is the case. If we can get the job done, and if we can hang with the best of the best here in GM mode. But here's the Power 25, one final look at the Power 25. And just in case you're wondering why I did not say the final episode of GM mode, that is because I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know right now, there will be an episode 56, and that is going to be, kind of the recap, just kind of go back, reminisce on all the good times, all, any sort of funny moments, the best of GM mode. So episode 56, don't know exactly when that's going to be uploaded. Should be, maybe a week or two after this video comes out. But, I've already started to work on that a little bit. Having a fun time making it so far. It's probably going to be a pretty long episode because, I kind of want everything, if I show a clip, I want it to be sort of in its entirety. And I don't really want to, I don't really want it to be, kind of undercut GM mode. This was this series has been going on my channel since December of 2012. It's been here a long time. I think it deserves, a good farewell episode. So that's going to be the next episode. But here we go. You saw the rivalries. Let's go ahead and take a look at our match card. We have got 3 matches to play. 2 of them brand warfare, as we've got Khali, Bret Hart, Candice, Umaga, Jeff Hardy, Mr. Kennedy, all competing in a battle royal for ratings and brand supremacy. We've got a triple threat, Kenny Dykstra, William Regal, and The Undertaker. As you can see, SmackDown has got Dykstra, Raw's got Regal, SmackDown's got The Undertaker. In that battle royal, Candice and Umaga are from Raw, Bret Hart and Khali from SmackDown. The main events, we won the Royal Rumble, but we don't get the main events. Stupid broken mechanics of GM mode, but you know what? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Our match is the main event. We may not have the last match, but we have the main event. So as you just saw, Chavo and The Rock compete for the world title, Finlay and Jericho for their WWE title. We have got Batista and Kane last man standing match for the ECW Championship. So let's go ahead, get the card underway. We have a battle royal here. We're going to be playing as either Jeff Hardy or Mr. Kennedy. Looks like we'll be playing as Jeff, so let's get going. Alright, so here we go. 6-man battle royal. It is time to get this underway, and as we can see, the 6 participants currently in the ring are ECW's own Mr. Kennedy and Jeff Hardy. We all know the rivalry that they've been undergoing in the past, 4 or 5 weeks up to this point. We've got representing Monday Night Raw, we got Candice, Michelle, and Umaga. And then on the SmackDown side of things, we've got Bret Hart and the great Khali, the Pujami Playboy, or I don't even had, to be honest. But yeah, SmackDown, Raw got some pretty formidable foes. Some interesting choices for this one. Looking directly at Candice Michelle here, but we'll see if she can hang with, the male superstars. Maybe she could be, maybe she could be an upset in the making. She could actually come out with a victory on this one. But look at this, Jeff Hardy going after Candice Michelle here. Not throwing any punches, just sticking to the grapples. And already Jeff Hardy hits a swanton bomb onto Candice Michelle into the cover. And could we see the first elimination? Yes, we do. Candice Michelle has been eliminated thanks to Jeff Hardy. And that is 1 man down. Could be 2. Bret just eats a Samoan spike right to the throat right there. Oh, never mind. He's getting right back up. He's fighting Umaga off. Shows the fighting spirit of the Hitman. And, I guess that's why they call him the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. He got that nickname for a reason. And 1 Samoan spike is not going to be enough to put Bret Hart away. But as we can see, Khali hits a big move there. And pile driver from Mr. Kennedy to Bret Hart there. But yeah, this is the first matchup on the card in Interbrand Warfare, one of 2 brand warfare matches. And we're looking to get the win here in this one, whether that be from Jeff Hardy or Mr. Kennedy, it does not matter. As long as somebody from ECW gets the job and gets victory. And speaking of the devil, Jeff Hardy hits a whisper in the wind. And that could be another one to bite the dust here. One. Oh, no, Kennedy. Kennedy, I think, just kicked the ref. And the referee can't count the pin. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's no point in counting right now. This is over 3 times a 3 count. And now when the referee makes it back to his feet, Umaga has, been given time to recover and out. So we've still got the 5 superstars here in the ring. Is Mr. Kennedy? He's got a sharpshooter locked in on Bret Hart here. Well, more of that finisher thief coming into play here for Kennedy. 450 splash from Jeff Hardy, but a kick out from the great Khali. And oh, what a nair! I guess Khali was once known as the Pujami Nightmare. So that was his other nickname I couldn't think of. Well, we can all see what's happened to Khali since then. But, back in 08, when he still had a little bit of credibility left to him, he was going for the elimination on Bret Hart there, unable to do so. And now, nice elbow there from Jeff Hardy, taking Khali down, and drop kick there in the turnbuckle. And look at this! Mr. Kennedy hits a Samoan spike on the Samoan bulldozer. And, well, Raw's chances of winning this match may have just gone up in smoke. And yes, they have. Umaga has been eliminated. So we're down to, obviously, the 2 juggernauts of the series in ECW and SmackDown. Now, and while the ratings may not reflect that, ECW, in terms of the ratings, may be in last place at the moment. We all know ECW is the best brand there is, the best brand there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be in this series. SmackDown, they may be winning the war. They may be winning the ratings war, but we all know SmackDown is #1 when it comes to sports entertainment. This is some real wrestling and entertainment and everything, all that jazz. Whoa, what a DDT there by Jeff Hardy. As Bret Hart's got a sleeper hold locked in, but Kennedy, he's taking out the ref, so even if Kennedy taps, it's not going to make a difference. As Bret Hart's still got that sleeper hold locked in, Jeff Hardy gets slammed right there into the turnbuckle as Kennedy manages to escape the sleeper hold. And now Khali and Bret Hart maybe looking to go for a bit of 2-on-1 double teaming here on Kennedy. And that's what they got to try to do. If you want to win this match for your brand, you got to work together to take out the opposition. But in the case of Jeff Hardy and Mr. Kennedy, they've got their own personal rivalry going on here. So wait a minute, Jeff Hardy, roll up on Khali here. Oh, but Khali kicks out, and oh no, this is not good. This is not going to help ECW's chances. Mr. Kennedy in the sleeper. Oh no, Kennedy actually managed to escape the sharpshooter there. And oh, once again, Jeff Hardy playing a little bit of possum, small package here on Khali. And Khali's eliminated. And we are down to 3. We're down to 2 ECW superstars, the 2 ECW guys who started it off, Kennedy and Jeff Hardy, and then the former ECW superstar, now gone rogue, gone renegade to join SmackDown. It is Bret, the Hitman Hart, taking on Jeff Hardy and Mr. Kennedy. He's the last survivor for the SmackDown brand. Can he get the job done, or will ECW reign supreme and get the win in this one? As there's a cover too. Oh, but Bret Hart just stays alive. Come on, Kennedy. Come on, Jeff. One of you've got to put Bret Hart away here. You got to do it for ECW. You got to win the match for us. And I don't even care if this is biased commentary. This is our show, damn it. We deserve to win the ratings war. We deserve to win this battle of brand supremacy. We deserve to be called #1 because that's what we are. We're the best. We're the best in this damn business, this game. We're best for business, and it's about time the ratings reflect that. We need to win that Team of the Year award because, we deserve it. And wait, Jeff Hardy going to eliminate Kennedy here, and this is where that personal rivalry is going to come into play here. Oh, big drop kick right to the face of Kennedy here. And dang it, Jeff, would you just go after Bret Hart, get him out of the match? then worry about Kennedy. I mean, we gotta win the match. We gotta make sure that we can win the match for the brand before you even see. Kennedy's got the right idea. Mr. Kennedy, once again, another sharpshooter locked in, executing this almost as expertly as the excellence as, and that's too much to say. That's a tongue twister right there. Almost applying it as expertly as the excellence of execution himself. Forget it. I'm trying to be clever here. It's not working. It's too much of a tongue twister. But anyway, so Bret Hart manages to escape the sharpshooter. And now Jeff, look at this, Hurricanrana takes him down. Come on, ref, count faster, count faster. Ah, Bret kicks out again. Come on, ref. I think the referee, that might have been a bit of a slow count there. I think SmackDown's bribing the referee here. There's got to be something screwy behind this. I mean, there's no way Bret Hart can stay alive in this matchup for this long. Come on, Jeff. Come on, Kennedy. You got to take him down. Yeah, there we go, Jeff. Nice kick there, taking him down. No, roll up on Kennedy. Jeff with a cover. There's two. Oh, but a kick out. There's a kick out from Kennedy. Oh, and now this bitter rivalry is just coming into play here. And it's just overwhelming Jeff Hardy now as he takes Kennedy down, planting him face first on the mat. Oh, but there the injured ribs are getting to him. And oh no, Bret Hart from behind locks in a sleeper hold. Jeff Hardy may pass out here, may tap out. Can he escape? Can he escape the sleeper hold? And yes, he does. Jeff Hardy manages to stay alive. And you know, when you're going up against a submission specialist like Bret Hart, that is not an easy task to survive any of Bret Hart's submission holds. But Bret Hart back to his feet now, delivers a couple punches to both Kennedy and Jeff, and now Jeff takes him down with a nice drop kick there. There's a cover. One, no, not even a one count. Bret Hart powers out there. And now here we go. 2-on-1 now. It appears as Jeff and Kennedy have finally understood what they're supposed to do here. And they're going after Bret Hart, trying to do what's best for the company, what's best for ECW. But, oh, Kennedy! Well, Jeff and Bret it looks like Jeff looks like his priorities are a bit out of order here. He's looking to take Kennedy down, take out his bitter rival. He tried to double team there with Bret Hart, but instead Kennedy countered and delivered a clothesline to both men. And you know, at this point, I don't even care who wins, just as long as it's somebody from ECW. We have to get Bret Hart out of this match. That's what's important. Is big neck snap, neck twist, whatever the move is called. And now roll up by Jeff. Here we go. 2, 3. We've done it. ECW is going to win this battle royal as Bret Hart has been eliminated. But now it comes down to 2. The bitter rivalry between Mr. Kennedy and Jeff Hardy now has taken center stage in this match as these two look to go at it for the win. Who can get the bragging rights for their show for ECW? Who can get the bragging rights saying that they've not only beaten the other brands, but they've beaten their rival as, oh, Jeff Hardy dropped right on his stomach there, right on his sternum, his ribs. Face first, right into the mat there off that suplex. And look at this, Jeff Hardy with a leg drop off the top rope there. But Kennedy right back to his feet now with a low blow. What a dirty move by Kennedy. But anything goes. This is a no disqualification battle royal. And Jeff now, counter from Kennedy. Oh, and now a hip toss by Kennedy, able to counter once again. As by this point, both men have sustained plenty of damage in this one. You know, Jeff Hardy has taken plenty of damage to the ribs, and now it appears as Kennedy has he's in the same condition. Nice jawbreaker. Beautiful jawbreaker there from Jeff Hardy. But, you know, once again, the ribs coming into effect here, preventing him from capitalizing. And now, Jeff Hardy, he's got to do something. He's got to do something to put Kennedy away. And, you know, the same goes for Kennedy. I mean, both men have been competing in this matchup now for plenty, you know, over 10 minutes. Big, oh, what a forearm, or maybe that was a back elbow. I didn't quite see it. Right to the face of Jeff Hardy. But, I mean, man, these two superstars, they just got to do whatever it takes to put their rival away and finish off this rivalry at WrestleMania. Both these two superstars looking for their WrestleMania moment. Who will come out on top? Who will get their WrestleMania moment here tonight? As you can see, Jeff now trying to fight out of the collar elbow tie-up. But look at Kennedy here. Go for a suplex. Oh, turns it into a brain buster there. But now Kennedy, you see, holding his ribs. That's preventing him from capitalizing here off that brainbuster. And now here we go. Here he goes into the cover. 1, 2. Oh, but Jeff Hardy stays alive. And you know, I think that was because, you know, the injured ribs getting to Kennedy. I think, you know, if he had the opportunity to go for the pin immediately, I think he may have had Jeff there. But just that extra couple of seconds was enough to keep Jeff Hardy in this match. Gave him a few more seconds to recover and allowed him to kick out there at 2. And now he's got Kennedy over there in the corner. Jeff Hardy, what's he going for? Going up to that top rope here. And we saw him do that to Khali earlier in the match. Hits a beautiful DDT off the top rope. And now Jeff, what's he going for? Oh, what a leg drop now, right to the face. Right to the face of Mr. Kennedy. Oh, and Jeff, he's looking for that Swanton bomb. And he hits it. And that's got to be it. I don't think Kennedy can kick out of the Swanton here. He's taking too much damage. 2, 3. Jeff Hardy has done it. For ECW, we have won this battle royal. And now it is time for one final battle for brand supremacy. ECW's won the first one. Gotta be feeling good heading into this one, as we've got one of the best, one of the originals here for ECW. One of the big four, as I like to call them. You know, we had Masters, we had Mark Henry, we had Kane, we had The Undertaker. And Undertaker, one of the big four, it's only fitting that he would be representing ECW here in this triple threat match. So he's going up against mediocre competition at best. He's going up against William Regal from Raw and Kenny Dykstra from SmackDown. And I think it's safe to assume that we've got this one in the bag. I mean, come on. Regal and Kenny Dykstra. I mean, these aren't even main event superstars. I don't know what kind of shows, what kind of talent Raw and SmackDown have got. But if this is the best that they've got, man, we're going to win this GM of the Year award with ease. I mean, I don't see any. Oh, and now Taker just taking out all the competition, even the referee, taking out anyone who stands in his way here. And that just shows, you know, that just shows the kind of hardcore mentality the ECW roster has got to take into these matches. You know, show no remorse, show no mercy, just do whatever it takes to get the win for the brand. Do what's best for business, what's best for the company, and get the win over our competitors over Raw and SmackDown. And when your opponents are Kennedy and William Regal, I mean, it looks like they may be doing some double teaming here, trying to take Taker down. And that's really the only chance Raw and SmackDown have in this match, because, I mean, come on. This is The Undertaker. This is the Phenom. 21-0 at WrestleMania. 21 consecutive wins at WrestleMania. Not to mention the countless WWE and World Heavyweight Championship titles this man has held. I mean, you know, this man has beaten legends. Legends like Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Triple H, Shawn Michaels. You can name, you know, an abundance of superstars. The Undertaker has beaten them all. All of them legends. All of them falling at the hands of The Undertaker. And William Regal, some beautiful knees there from William Regal. Maybe if he keeps that up, he may have a shot. But, you know, Regal and Kenny Dykstra, they're far from being called legends in this industry. So I think Undertaker should have no problem whatsoever. You know, unless Regal and Dykstra manage to double team, but doesn't look like they're going to be doing that anytime soon, as they're going after each other right now. Dykstra able to break out of that Boston Crab. But at this point, I think it's only a matter of time until The Undertaker gets the win for ECW. So, man, I mean, I don't even know what these two superstars are trying to accomplish. I mean, Raw and SmackDown, you know, they had a good run. SmackDown had a really good run at the top. They were up there for the entire series. I mean, I think the first month, like, up till Backlash, Raw was, you know, in the lead, was leading in rating supremacy. But then after that, once we got to the month of May and Judgment Day was coming around, I mean, it was just no chance for anyone else. It was just SmackDown all the way. And they had a good run, but now it's about time that ECW finally took its place at the top and claimed that GM of the Year award. Do we get a trophy or something? I don't think it matters. I mean, we got the title. That's what's really going to matter in the end, that we can say without a shadow of a doubt that we beat our competition and we are better than the rest. But Kenny Dykstra and William Regal, they're trying to stay alive in this for their respective shows. I mean, Monday Night Raw, Raw, for the most part, you know, they were kind of flip-flopping around with us. We were, you know, Raw and ECW were kind of in the same boat, trying to compete with SmackDown, trying to, you know, catch up to them, try to take the top spot in the ratings war. But SmackDown has just been, you know, the top dog for a long time, ever since May. For almost, you know, that's about 10 months that SmackDown was on top. And Monday Night Raw at least has a taste of what it's like to be on top. You know, for, you know, besides the little pay-per-view spikes that don't really count. I mean, to, you know, keep yourself consistently on top for a couple of weeks. I mean, Raw knows what it's like, and oh my god, look at The Undertaker. This is what I'm talking about! No remorse. No, I mean, just completely a relentless assault here to Dykstra, chokeslamming him out to the floor. And now, this is exactly what we want as ECW. We want this one-on-one Dykstra and Taker and Regal. Taker going back to the outside, making sure Kenny Dykstra doesn't get in the ring. And that's what you got to do in these triple threat environments. You got to keep it, you know, if you can, get it down to a one-on-one match. Because, you know, if you beat someone down, go for a pin. And look at this, Regal's just been busted open here. But, I mean, if you go for a pin and that third superstar's there in the ring, then you got to worry about taking them out. Otherwise, they can easily break up your pinfall or submission attempt. And look at The Undertaker now. Irish whip there to Kenny Dykstra. Regal trying to get back to his feet here. And Regal from behind, looking to take down Undertaker here with a nice back suplex. Dropping him right onto his arm there. And that could potentially, you know, come into play. If they could target a body part just to try to weaken The Undertaker, you know, that's probably their best strategy. Try to go for, you know, a limb, like the arm or a leg or something. Just do something to prohibit the offense of The Undertaker. Try to limit what he can do in the ring. Because, I mean, The Undertaker, one of the most versatile superstars in the history of the WWE. I mean, he can hit the high-flying moves with the best of them. Okay, maybe not with the best of them, but he's got some high-flying moves in his arsenal. And, you know, he's got, of course, the powerhouse style moves, and then he's got, you know, just the vicious moves, like the Hell's Gate. I mean, a submission hold. He can do it all. I mean, and then, of course, you got that devastating tombstone pile driver. Big splash in the corner there from The Undertaker. Oh, and I was going to do the same to Kenny Dykstra here. And Taker now an Irish whip, sending Dykstra over into the corner. And now The Undertaker, what's he going to do here? But Regal attacking him from behind. And William Regal, he's got something in store for Dykstra here. Look at this. Oh, my. Oh, wow, what a move there. A power bomb, a tiger bomb off the top rope there from William Regal. Dykstra could be out of the match for good. And now Taker, he's just got to capitalize here. Oh, and this is vintage Undertaker right now, folks. Going up to that second rope and now up here on the top rope. Undertaker delivers old school for quite possibly the last time in this GM Mode series. He delivers old school, and oh, what could possibly be the last time? Undertaker measuring Dykstra. Tombstone pile driver. Good night, Irene. That is it for this one. Into the cover. Oh, that could be the one thing that saved Dykstra from that tombstone pile driver. I mean, that was going to be it. But his foot just managed to get under that bottom rope. I mean, how lucky is Kenny Dykstra? European uppercut from William Regal. As Dykstra was just laid out from that tombstone. I mean, he was unconscious. He's lucky enough that his foot managed to fall under that bottom rope. Otherwise, that was it. ECW would have got the job done right there. And now The Undertaker delivered a big punch to Regal. And now Taker trying to finish off Dykstra here while Regal's down, but Dykstra trying to put up some sort of a fight here, and going back to that arm that Regal went after earlier with a back suplex similar to the one delivered from Regal earlier on. And somehow Dykstra actually showing some power offense that I didn't think he could possess with that back suplex. Somehow managed to lift The Undertaker up there. And now look at this. Taker and Dykstra. Wow, that's an interesting tag team maneuver right there as they go for the double suplex. Just the complete size mismatch. And wait a minute, Dykstra. Kenny Dykstra with a roll-up, backslide. Oh, but Taker kicks out. I mean, wow. That was a close one. That was too close to call. That was a very close one there for The Undertaker, but luckily he managed to kick out. I mean, just imagine if Dykstra had won on a roll-up. And Regal now. William Regal going for the roll-up here. There's one, there's two. Oh, but Taker, you know, he's letting his guard down a little bit. Can't afford to get too comfortable with these two superstars in the ring now, because that's twice he was almost rolled up there. I mean, imagine that if William Regal or Dykstra had won the match by a roll-up. It's kind of like that whole LOL Cena wins thing. You know, it just kind of be the same, you know, just start laughing your head off when, like, Regal or Dykstra wins. I mean, especially after all the smack that I've talked on them. But it doesn't matter anyway, because they don't stand a chance. We've got the Undertaker there in the ring. Former ECW champion. I mean, he was the face of ECW at one point. And look at this. Super back suplex there. Taking Kenny Dykstra down off the top rope. And now Regal goes under the cover. But Taker, he should be able to break that up pretty comfortably. Wait a minute. 2 count. No! Wow. Taker! Why? Wow, so after all that, all the trash talk, Regal just kind of a slap in the face there, manages to get the cover due to poor mechanics. Taker unable to break up the pin, and William Regal gets the win. Wow. So Raw pulls one out there, they get the win. So Finlay and Chavo Guerrero got their WrestleMania moments. Finlay won the WWE title and beat Chris Jericho, and Chavo Guerrero defeated The Rock to win the world title. Wow. That's something, all right. But now it's time that we move on to our final match of GM mode, the final match on the WrestleMania card, the final match ever in this series, and it's for the ECW Championship. And this isn't just any regular match, no, this is a last man standing match. We've got the Animal Batista, and I know I kind of messed up the entrances. I accidentally booked it the wrong way. Batista should have came out last, but oh well. Batista coming down to the ring. We're going to get one final look at that famous pyro of his. Bang! As you can see right there, Batista, he's fired up, he's ready. The Animal is set to be unleashed for one final time here as he defends his ECW Championship against the winner of the Royal Rumble, the Big Red Machine, Kane. And Kane, we've seen the flaming pyro, and now it's time for that slow, methodical entrance down to the ring as he makes his way into this championship match. He won the Royal Rumble. I believe he entered in at the number 24 or maybe the 25 spot. And when it came down to the final moments, Shawn Michaels, who had entered the match at number 2, or was it number 4? I think Michaels entered in at number 4 or 3. No, I think it was number 4. Whatever he entered, he was in there basically since the near beginning, just to be thrown out by Kane in his hometown of San Antonio, Texas. So, I mean, man, Kane, he's had to go through a lot to get to this point, but it is finally time. Kane is ready for his ECW Championship match! We see the flaming pyro, and it's time to get this match underway. And right out of the gate, Kane goes for a big boot and misses now. And man, what a quick start this is to our main here of WrestleMania for the ECW Championship. It is Batista with a big clothesline as he defends his ECW Championship against the Big Red Machine, Kane. This is, of course, a last man standing match. A lot up for grabs here, a lot on the line here in this contest. And this is the final matchup ever for GM mode. This is, this is for all the marbles. And, for one final, shot at glory, one last attempt to make an impact. And, this is the closing act of GM mode. And this is the final match ever. So, they've got to do something. They got to put on quite a spectacle to leave a lasting impression for, for a long time following the end of this series. So, these two, they're going to have to give it everything they've got, and then some. Maybe like even twice what they've got in the tank. They just got to go all out and, maybe do that 2 times over. They go twice, twice their maximum if they want to hope to, leave that sort of lasting impact for the series. And of course, this is the match that will basically determine whether or not we win the GM of the Year award. Because we saw Finlay and Jericho competed for Raw in the main event for the WWE title, and The Rock and Chavo Guerrero competed for the World Heavyweight title. That was Raw and SmackDown's matches, and this is our main event match of the evening. So these two, they've got to put on quite a spectacle to try and get us that GM of the Year award. Kane, sidewalk slam there, out onto the floor. And that's going to, you know, that's just going to add the extra damage, the extra impact to that one. Because, you know, that there's a very thin padding out there, which offers very little, almost no protection from the concrete floor that lies beneath it, just amplifying the damage of that sidewalk slam. As Batista, Kane trying to fight out of it here, but look at Batista. Oh, gutbuster right there. Taking down here. Once again, these two still on the outside. And now Batista. Obviously, you can only win this matchup. You can't win by pinfall or submission, but Batista's going to do whatever he can to wear Kane out here in the early stages of this one. You win the match.
You incapacitated your opponent to the point where they cannot make it back to their feet by a count of 10. That can be inside the ring, it can be outside the ring, it does not matter. The only deciding factor of this one, there were no countouts, no disqualifications, no pinfall submission, just the 10 count. You got to make sure that you can get up to answer the 10 count, to answer the call of duty, or else you're done, you're out of the match. So these two, they're going to have to go to their limits, and they're going to have to push each other to their limits in order to try and put each other away here in this last man standing matchup. Look at Kane here. He's got Batista up, and you know, right in the early stages of this one, delivers the last ride power bomb to Batista. But I think it's going to take more than that to keep the animal down. And you know, the one mechanic I don't really like necessarily in this game is that they have to kind of be, you know, like knocked out. So you got to really do a lot of damage. And, you know, just kind of stressing the fact of how much damage these two actually have to do to one another. Because, you know, you basically have to get them into the red and, you know, inflict almost like the maximum damage possible to knock them out. So the match is probably going to end off a finisher or something, you know, one of those sort of super huge maneuvers, the high points of the match. So, I mean, we're probably still pretty far away from, you know, actually seeing any sort of 10 count. Oh, but Kane, he's looking to get there pretty quickly with the title belt across the skull there. But now Batista counters as they're up on the announce table. And Batista, he's got Kane from behind. Oh, he's not going to do this. Batista, sidewalk slam through the announce table. And as you can see, right on the edge of the announce table at that. So not only did it just put Kane through that announce table, but it dropped him right on the side, right on that sharp edge of the announce table. And that just kind of is going to, Batista really kind of being technical about where he put Kane down with that sidewalk slam, because right on the edge of that announce table, probably one of the most painful spots. I mean, due to the sharp edge of it. And oh, Batista catches the steel steps there, and now Kane could be in trouble as Batista steel steps right to the face of Kane, and now this match has swung in the favor of Batista. But yeah, obviously Kane, his back could be bothering him after that. And oh, here onto the floor, Batista delivers a Batista bomb out onto the floor here. And now it could be targeting that back of Kane. I mean, Kane, not only did he just get put on the corner of that announce table, but now he has just been Batista bombed out onto the concrete floor. This is definitely not good for Kane. This is not going to help his chances at capturing the ECW Championship here. As now Batista gets back in the ring. We're going to get this matchup back inside the squared circle. As Batista headlock trying to counter Kane there, trying to outpower him. And oh! Now it just tosses him right over there into that turnbuckle. So Kane's got to play a little bit of defense. He's got to try to get back on offense. Come up with some sort of counter here, something big, something to save himself in this match. Because Batista looking to drive him here with a power slam. But Kane counters into a DDT. Nice move there by Kane, able to counter out of that power slam. And now going to the top rope here. Oh, but Batista shuts that down. And now could be looking to try to wear Kane out. As I previously stated, no submissions in this match. You can only win via the 10 count. But that's not going to stop Batista from trying to wear Kane out here in this submission hold here. And Kane, he's going to power out of it, able to kick Batista off of him and utilize his leg strength, able to break out of the submission hold there. But now Batista here, I mean, that was actually probably a pretty good strategy. You know, you're going to keep Kane down with the submission hold, just kind of wear him out, and, you know, gives you a little bit of time to recover yourself. As now a sidewalk slam once again, taking Kane down, going right back after that injured back.
really could become a hindrance in the later stage of this one for Kane. And the Big Red Machine's in trouble once again. Batista showing his strength. He's got Kane up on his shoulders here, looking for that power slam. And Kane, once again, he's going to counter. Deliver the nice reverse DDT there to Batista. And now Kane could be in control of this one. But Batista trying to fight back now. He's trying to stay in control of this match. He cannot afford to let Kane get the upper hand. And now Kane, what's he going for? He's got Batista up on his shoulders. And, oh, slams him right there. Stomach first into that turnbuckle. The unforgiving turnbuckle there. And Batista's down. But like I said, you know, you got to knock your opponent out for a 10 count here. So the referee not counting, which is a mechanic I don't necessarily like about the older games. And oh no, look at Kane. Look at Kane. He's looking to chokeslam Batista out here on the floor. Oh no, he's got more planned for Batista. Taking him over to the announce table. He's looking to try to chokeslam Batista through the announce table. Batista able to fight out. He slips away and delivers a nice side Russian leg sweep out there onto the concrete floor. And now Batista, look at this, just picking Kane up by the leg, by the ankle almost, and just lifted him almost up above his head and drove him knee first down into the concrete. But oh, spinning neck breaker there from Kane as Kane tries to get back in control of things. And he's dragging Batista over that announce table here. Could be looking to possibly put him through it. As Kane, oh no, he's got something else in mind. He's up on top of the announce table here. And look at Kane. Kane going for that diving clothesline we often see off the top rope. And this time he connects. The second time he manages to hit the diving clothesline. Batista managed to avoid the first one. But, you know, Kane, he was able to go up there, get a second one, and take Batista down as Batista trying to fight back here. Look at Kane. From behind, a full Nelson choke slam there. Once again, slamming Batista down on the concrete floor. And Kane now going back to that announce table. He's got something else in mind. Oh my. What's he looking for here? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Kane up to the top rope. What is Kane going to do here? Off the top, an elbow drop through the announce table. Taking himself out, possibly along with his opponent. Kane, how often do we see him? I mean, it's very rare to begin with that we see Kane go to the top rope. Usually he goes for that clothesline, but this time going, you know, doing something a little bit outside the box in terms of, you know, Kane's ability, his offense. As for some reason the referee not counting, Batista manages to get back to his feet. As Kane, you know, he dove off that top rope, delivered an elbow drop. Not, you know, it's not like it's just in the ring. That's an even further jump and an even further, you know, high-risk move there from Kane as he, you know, tried to dive off as he dove through the table, delivering the elbow drop. And Kane, you know, just kind of shows they have to pull out all the stops here if you want to have any hopes of gaining that ECW championship. And now Batista trying to get back on the offensive here as he's got Kane up in the military press. Oh, into a gut buster there. But as you can see, Batista also holding his ribs there as he's taking quite a substantial amount of damage from Kane here. And oh, a spear! What a spear by Kane. Could have just broke him in half. And Batista could be moments away from finishing Kane off for good and once again retaining his ECW championship. As for a third time, he's looking for that power slam. Kane trying to fight out of it, but Batista puts him down. And now Batista just looking to unleash a flurry of fists here. Some furious offense from Batista. Just looking to punch Kane unconscious. He's just looking to punch his lights out, knock him out cold. Maybe try to bust him open. And Batista, you know, I think these two superstars are just one finisher away. One big, decisive maneuver away from getting the win in this matchup. But the question is, who can strike first? Who can hit their best shot first? As Kane able to fight back. There's an Irish whip sending Batista off the ropes. And oh, and another spear! Another spear from Batista. And I gotta say, Kane is moments away from defeat here. Batista, you know, he's now just hit 2 spears. All I think he has to do is hit a Batista bomb or maybe even a spine buster. And I think he may put Kane out for good here. And Kane now, he's got to be careful. Can't afford to let his guard down for even a second here. As Batista counters. And Batista now, he's going to pick Kane up. And now a backbreaker, once again going back to the injured back of Kane. But once again, Batista holding those ribs, the injured ribs. You know, he sustained a pretty heavy amount of damage from that elbow drop off the top through the table there from Kane. And you can see the ribs kind of coming into play here. Let's look at Kane, or Batista with a double chokes, or two-handed chokeslam there, taking Kane down. Once again onto the back. You can see Kane, you know, kind of grabbing at that back. And you know, you'd probably think, you know, at this point in the match, you don't want to show any sign of weakness to your opponent. But these two have been going at it for a very long time now. And what is Kane doing? He's got Batista by the throat. Oh, off the top rope. Kane, he's looking to chokeslam Batista through the ring with that chokeslam off the top rope. And my God, what is it got to take? What is it going to take for either of these two superstars to get the win? As Kane now picks Batista up. And Kane now, I mean, what else do these two men have to put each other through to finish this match off? Let's look at this, just tossing Batista now like a rag doll across the ring. As these two have been going at it for almost 13 minutes now. This has been a very back and forth, very physical contest. And oh, Kane's looking to end it. He's looking to finish it off here. He's got Batista, gonna chokeslam him all the way to hell. As you can see the height, Kane picking Batista up over his head. And I don't think there's any way Batista can come back from that one. Could we potentially be seeing the end of Batista's long title reign here? In the final episode of GM Mode, the final, you know, match of GM Mode, there's 8 count, 9, 10, and that is it, folks. The legendary reign of Batista as ECW champ. Okay, well, maybe not legendary, but, you know, he's been one of the most consistent ECW champions in this series. And his title reign has finally come to an end at the hands of the Big Red Machine, one of the original 4 here in this GM mode. It is the Big Red Machine. He's the Royal Rumble winner, and you can now call him ECW champion. As Kane, he won the ECW, well, you know, he competed against his brother, the Undertaker, for the ECW title back on the very first pay-per-view. And, you know, in that matchup, he lost the title. But here, on the final episode, or the final match of GM mode, you know, the match episode, because like I said, there's going to be one more after this, which kind of shows the recap. But if there wasn't a recap, this would essentially be the final recorded episode. So, Kane, he walks out with a win. He's going to go out with a bang with the victory. And unfortunately, Raw wins the WrestleMania tournament. Not like it matters, though, because we're not doing the draft. We're not doing a Season 2 of 08 GM mode, at least not with this roster, not with this brand. And unfortunately, we can't go back. We can't check, like, fan support or, you know, the ratings of the pay-per-view or anything like that, which kind of sucks. Yeah, we can't go back and see how everything turned out, what kind of ratings we got to see, you know, who had the better show, like the better match ratings and whatnot, which kind of sucks. But, you know, here as we can see, we're getting some stuff, some information from Vince McMahon all about, you know, the matches, the 5-star WrestleMania matches, and, you know, all that stuff about the brand, you know, the whole draft and whatnot. And we've got some, like, trades and stuff with the coach and Teddy Long, all about that, but it doesn't really matter. How sweet it is to savor the taste of victory. I'll be tossing it back shortly as General Manager of the Year, but I would drink a little toast to losers everywhere right now. That's weird. That's like a contradiction right there. But anyway, let's find out who won the GM of the Year. Actually, I'm just kidding. We did, because, you know, Raw may have won the tournament, but we got the huge fan boost. We did successfully win GM of the Year. I might have accidentally cut that out in editing, maybe, unless it did show up, because I know there was the whole, like, draft thing, and I wanted to cut the draft out because we weren't doing it, so I must have accidentally skipped over the GM of the Year award, but we did win it. Don't forget that, we did win GM of the Year. This series is finally over. The battle for the GM of the Year award has finally come to its conclusion. I want to thank you all for watching the series, and until episode 56, the recap, keep on YouTubing.